Welcome to episode 15 of Sealed Saturdays. It is Saturday, May 22nd, and today we're going to school with Strixhaven. Strixhaven is the newest Magic expansion, and it's centered around 5 different schools, each with different themes. This week we're going to explore the school of Witherbloom. This school is based around life gain and sacrifice, so the goal will be to build around that archetype. I will open one pre-release kit, which contains 5 random packs, a promo card, and a theme booster for the school. Now let's get to opening this kit and see what we can build in our deck. So we've got one die. We've got a foil mythic lesson. I have not seen this card yet. So create a 2/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying, a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token, and a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. Yeah, interesting. It's mascot exhibition. All right. Well, that's a good start. And then we've got our theme booster, and then we've got 5 packs. And now there's our pre-release case. So we'll open this theme booster first, because most of these cards will end up making our deck. We've got the Witherbloom Pledge Mage. You always get the Pledge Mage. The Witherbloom Campus. We always get the Campus. And you always get the Lesson. So we've got the Pest Summon, which is create 2/1/1 black and green pest creatures. When they die, you gain life, and it's 3 mana. So we've got a Reckless Amplimancer. Spined Karak. That card is generic 2/4. I don't know. Promising Dusk Mage. Sure. Professor's Warning. That's a good, useful card. Hunt for Specimens. Create a 1/1 black-green pest creature when it dies, and then learn. Okay. Bayou Goif. Or Groff. It's a 5/4 when it comes to play sacrifice creature or pay additional 3. Seems fine. Tenured Ink Caster. And Necrotic Fumes, that's also a lesson. Let me put that over with the lessons. Karak Wrangler. Whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, +1/+1 counter on target creature control, that seems really good. Ooh, and a Witherbloom Command. So, Witherbloom Command. Tokens on this MDFC. You get those in every theme pack as well. You get 2 tokens and 1 MDFC card. So, Witherbloom Command. Choose 2. Target player mills 3 cards, then you return a land from your graveyard to hand. Destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Target creature gets -3/-1 until end of turn, or target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That one seems like a fine include in this deck. Like, almost regardless. It's going to be a good card. And we'll open pack number 1 here. Got a Campus Guide. I don't know how I feel about this card. An Eureka Moment. A Biomathematician. Soothsayer Adept. I'm putting these 2 here because we may splash blue. Witherbloom is it's a school that goes very well with blue cards as well. Color Drop Warden, Scurried Colony. So that's just a 2/2 reach that gets bigger. Okay. Arrogant Poet. So 2/1, whenever it attacks you, you pay 2 life against flying. Okay. That's not terrible. Stonerise Spirit. Frost Trickster. That's another really good blue card. Environmental Sciences is probably the best common lesson, I think. Search the library for a basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle, gain 2 life. Sure. Silvercool Apprentice. Alright. Detention Vortex. Okay. Witherbloom Apprentice. Alright. Whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That seems really good. And Double Major. This is the 5th one of these. And a Putrefy. Well, a Putrefy is definitely going in the deck. That's the best Mystical Archive card we could ask for in a black-green. And useless. Seriously, Wizards, get rid of these. These are just a waste of time and everything. I'd rather just not have the card than that. And Double Major. So Double Major is actually expensive enough that I'm going to sleeve it. But Double Major is interesting. It's some nice blue-green cards as well that may be worth splashing. But like the Putrefy and the Witherbloom Apprentice were very nice pickups in that pack. Let's go with pack number 2. Prismari, Pride Mage. Silverquill Campus, Rise of Exodus, Star People. None of these are the cards we want. Serpentine Curve. Okay. First Day of Class. Professor of Zoomancy is actually very good. It's a 4/3 for 4 that when it comes into play, you get a 1/1 pest. So that one seems like it's a card that's going to make this deck. And Unwilling Ingredient also works well with the... Oh, these are in 5 drops. Unwilling Ingredient is a 1/1 menace that you can exile it from your graveyard and draw a card and lose a life, so that's pretty good. Introduction to Annihilation is a nice lesson. Got a hall monitor. Okay. Zephyr boots. I don't know. Wormhole serpent. And this pestilent cauldron. So this is an MDFC, and then it's three. It's a black and two. Tap, discard a card. Create a 1/1 black and green pest creature. Okay, one tap. Each opponent mills cards equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. 4 tap. Exile 4 target cards from a single graveyard. Draw a card. Seems like it's going to make it. And the backside is Restorative Burst. So for a fractal summoning. That's a foil. Listen, and a shock. Well, we're probably not going to play the shock. So Restorative Burst. Return up to 2 target creature, land, and or planeswalker cards from your graveyard to your hand. Each player gains 4 life and exile this. Doesn't seem bad. I think the Pestilent Cauldron is actually very good though, and that's probably going to make the deck. So we're on to pack number 3 here. Oh, that's an excellent pick I brought off the start. An extra Witherbloom Campus, sure. And an extra Witherbloom Pledge Mage, excellent. And a Cram Session, you gain 4 life learned. That's not terrible. Tome Shredder, Bayou Groff, another one. Sure, another Professor's Warning. Okay. Combat Professor, Arcane Subtraction, Enthusiastic Study, Pest Summoning. Let's go with our other lessons. Ingenious Inspiration, 3 damage to any target learn. Ooh, Brackish Trudge. Enters tapped. You know, it gets to go back to your hand. I think that's great. Ooh, Deadly Brew. Each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. If you sacrifice a permanent this way, you may return another permanent for your graveyard to your hand. That seems pretty good. And then Fervent Mastery, 5 mana. Put your library up to 3 cards, put them in your hand, shuffle, and discard 3 cards at random? No, I don't think so. And Whirlwind Denial. I don't think we're going to play that one either. But we picked up a Deadly Brew, which is a very nice card, and the Brackish Trudge is also. We got some good cards so far. Pack number 4. We've got a Spiteful Squad, a Silver Quill Pledge Mage. That may actually make the deck. Needlethorn Drake. This is another one of those good blue-green cards. Archway Commons. That's an excellent land for mana fixing. First Day of Class. Charge through. Hunt for Specimens. Okay, well, that's a possibility. Defend the Campus. Waterfall Aerialist. Spirit Summoning. Mortality Spear is an excellent pickup. Team Pennant is probably my favorite uncommon in the set. Overgrown Arch. And probably the most common mythic in the set. Now that I think in total I've opened 5 of these, which is a lot. Mavina, Student's Advocate. And God's Willing is our Mystical Archetype card. We're probably not going to play either of those. I'm just going to put them away. And then our last pack, pack 5. I already know a few cuts I want to make for this deck. And I do kind of want to splash some of these blue-green cards because they're really strong. Ooh, Moldering Karok. That's a pretty good 4-drop, actually. 3/3 Trample Lifelink. Or Hold Campus. Oh, Owlin Shield Mage, a Guiding Voice. And Waterfall Aerialist. That's another good blue splash. Tome Shredder. Another Bayou Groff. Another Professor's Warning. Combat Professor. Expanded Anatomy. We can go with our lessons. Mascot Interception. Fracture. Okay. Go blank. Target player discards 2 cards and exile a graveyard. Yeah, that's a good card. Let's see. Extist. Orik Overlord. 2/4 double strike with Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, return target non-legendary creature from your graveyard or hand. That seems ridiculous. To the backside. Awaken the Blood Avatar. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. The spell costs 2 less for each other creature sacrificed this way. Each opponent sacrifices a creature, create a 3/6 black and red avatar creature token with haste. And whenever this creature attacks, it deals 3 damage to each opponent. That seems ridiculous, but I don't want to splash through 2 other colors. That card seems really, really strong, though. Oh, an Agonizing Remorse. And a useless. Alright, let's get rid of the commons. We're not going to play. And then we'll get rid of the uncommons that we're not going to play. I'm going to set this off to the side because I want to look that one up later, see what that one's worth. Some of these blue cards that I really want to... I'm probably not going to play Double Major. I don't like the card, but I do like Eureka Moment, and Biomathematician, and the Frost Trickster, and the Needlethorn Drake. So if I can splash those without getting rid of too much here. So like, these Professor's Warnings aren't great. It's just like, put a +1/+1 counter on the thing. Like, that doesn't seem great. So those are easy cuts. And Agonizing Remorse seems really good. The Bayou Groffs seem pretty strong because they're a thing that you don't mind drawing later. Same with the Deadly Brew and the Witherbloom Apprentice, of course. We got 3 Groffs. And we've got 1 Witherbloom command. That's going to win. Let's see. The Campus Guide, I don't necessarily like that card because it just puts a land in your top deck. Like it just means you're gonna draw land. Like sometimes that's good, but like you want to play it on turn 2, right? Like that's so you want your turn 3 draw to be land sometimes. So Hunt for Specimens is debatable. I'm gonna leave those in for now. Arrogant Poet, I don't think is good enough. Crime Session, I don't think is good enough. It's just gain 4 life and draw like a card out of your sideboard. The Scurried Colony seems okay. Let's check our 3 drops. Definitely want the Putrefy. The Karok is probably not good enough. It's just a generic G4. Pestilent Cauldron seems really strong. I do like the Go Blank. I do like Mind Artifacts in Limited, and they're really strong. And the Brackish Turge as well. The Pride Mage and the Dusk Mage are kind of debatable. I don't think we're cutting any of these 4 drops, and I don't think we're going to cut any of the 5 drops either. Maybe the Zincaster. I don't know about the Zincaster. I think it's a little underpowered. It's a 5-mana 2/2. Or like maybe a 5-mana 3/3. Like by itself, it's just not very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 cards. So as much as these are really good uncommons, I don't know that we can fit them in. Or these are very good blue splashes. I don't think it's worth playing them unless we have like I'd rather just play like the Silverquill Pride Mage or like the Promising Dusk Mage instead. Right? And then we've got the Hunt for Specimens are good because they get us all our sideboard stuff that we can all these beautiful lessons, right? And yeah, I think we just script the mana too much to go into the blue splash. I do like the idea, but I just don't think it's gonna work. And like Mascot Exhibition is nice to pull off the board. So is the Introduction to Annihilation and the Environmental Sciences. And like these cards are also nice. Pest Summoning and Necrotic Fumes. We have multiple pest summonings, so it's a lot of ways to get this stuff. These 2 cards are kind of whatever. But they're available through our sideboard. So let's see how many learns do we have here, and how many ways to make tokens do we have actually? Because that's 2 learners. I think I actually want to cut one of these Bayou Groffs. Because like you can't play it on 2. It's not a 2-drop. It's not it's maybe a 3-drop if you cast like Hunt for Specimens on 2. But I think I'd rather run one of these Pest Summonings main deck. Because that makes the Biogroffs better. It means like you're more likely going to be playing it as a 5/4 and then sacrifice a pest, right? We've got some nice removal spells and the Mentality Spear, the Putrefied, Witherbloom Command, and like the Deadly Brew. And the Deadly Brew can get us something back as well. Which is nice. So I'm going to run the deck like this, with this being our sideboard. And then land-wise, it's actually pretty easy. It's going to be... I don't even think I want to run this Archway Commons, because it throws your curve off. 4, 5, 6, 7 forests. 7, 7, and what do we wait? Oh, we waited on. We're not with this. This set is actually very, very good in terms of mana requirements. I think I want to run one extra swamp though, given our black 1-drops. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna go 8 swamps. I can find an 8th swamp. I think I want to do that because there's more cards that are individually black early on than individually green. Because again, we're not casting the Bayou Rough on 2. It's a 3 or 4 drop at minimum. If we curve out Unwilling Ingredient into the Bayou Rough, maybe, but for the most part, we are going to be. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For the most part, we are likely going to be casting Biogra on like 3 or 4, as opposed to on 1 or 2. Or sorry, on 2. And which means that it's actually heavily black weighted on turn 1 and 2. Dropping things all over the place. Yeah, so we've got the little 1-drops, bunch of 2-drops. We're almost always gonna have something to cast on 2, whether it's a Security Colony. It's just a 2/2. It gets bigger later in the game. Like, so it's not a bad draw later on. It's a 4/4 threat. Whereas like the Witherbloom, the Wrangler is pretty good. Yeah, Wrangler I don't mind because it gets bigger. But this is what we're building this week for Witherbloom, and next week we'll be exploring another school of Strixhaven. So be sure to like, subscribe, and check back.